What's going on, gamers? So we got some more answer here on the Steam censorship situation. It was exactly what I thought, what I called out yesterday, and what I mentioned in my video. It's a bunch of feminists. Smash JT exposes some more stuff here. It says right here, exposed. Feminist group behind Steam censorship also shields PDF files. Are we ready to get into this, y'all? So before we do this, remember yesterday I made this video when I was reading this part right here, and this is exactly what he was going to cover. But I didn't cover this fully. I just read a bit of it to y'all. But now we have a deeper analysis and going into deeper layers of this. So, and torture of women and girls fly in the face of efforts to address violence against women. So this is feminism. The reason why I said this is because I know what it is. I know what type of behavior this is. I've seen it multiple times. Smash has seen it multiple times. I mean, when I first ran into Smash, I'm sub to him, sub to me, cool guy. You know, we were doing Ubisoft coverage, and I remember when his channel was like 22K subs, right? And I saw him blow up last year all the way to where he is now. It's pretty interesting seeing that. Cool guy, by the way. Never goes off the rails or anything like that. But there was an individual here that I need to cover real quick. I don't understand why his comment is just so ridiculous. This is what he says: "How is Stop Killing Games bad? What? I'm against people that don't want to preserve physical." So anyways, they're just pushing for more consumer friendly. See, nobody responded to this because he didn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't watch me. Practices from publishers. Dude, what? Literally fighting to make us better for you and me and anyone else who spends money for video games. This is to stop people from buying games that have sexual violence against women. So this is feminism. You either don't know how to read, oh really, or don't understand the words you read, or you're just as sick as the people who make games with you know, and all this other twisted stuff to sell on Steam, and all they're trying to do is clean up the marketplace. Dude, what a narrow point of view. Guys, I have to cover this before we get to Smash, because this is what I mean. This guy's victimized. He really believes they're just there to help clean up the market when it's very hypocritical. These are people that are in bed with people to do this stuff in real life. Dude, you need to wake up. And for you to sit there and try to say I'm as sick as those people, you need some help, man. First of all, wake up from the brainwashing before you come on my channel trying to deem me as this. Go watch my content, and then you will realize that you made a huge mistake here. That's why I had to address you live on camera here, because that's ridiculous, bro. You give these people an inch to seem like they're going to do good, they'll take the mile and rip off the mask, and you'll see evil has done a lot of damage. So I think you need to wake up. Now let's get to this.
Was from Pirate Nation. Collective shout feminist group open letter to payment processors. They have admitted responsibility for censorship with payment processors for Steam and potentially other platforms.
Yeah, he's talking about Karens, by the way. Yeah, y'all, this is Karens. So yesterday, or I could even say even farther back, and let's take a look at this date right here. July 11th, 2025. So this has been going on. They've been hammering at the credit card companies, the Karens, with their crazy cultish behavior, right? Basically trying to play God in the gaming industry and coming in here, trying to flip things upside down. You know how they're going this behavior, right? And then you see who owns the companies that are supporting these companies like Visa and all that. You look at BlackRock, Vanguard, it's like, oh, all this stuff is starting to make sense again. Here it is again, but it's just under another angle in the gaming industry, on another disguise trying to come in. And these are people who don't give an F about gaming, don't care about it, can't see it the way you see it because they only see what they want to see. Then they're coming in with their mask and doing what they're going to do. You know what I mean? It's not reason here. There's not intelligent here. There's not actually looking for something good. It's appearing to be good for power and control. And we don't want this. Get out.
Now, for those of you that missed it, previously we were talking about how Steam had allegedly bent the knee to payment processors and internet providers, ISPs, to remove certain games that didn't align with the ideologies, we'll say, of certain groups out there. And because of that, people were rightfully frustrated and speaking their minds, saying that these credit card companies shouldn't have this kind of power. Right. Now it turns out that at least allegedly, we have collective shout taking credit for it. Here is the open letter to payment processors profiting from bleep, bleep, bleep abuse games on Steam. And it goes through Mr. Alex Chris, CEO of PayPal, and the CEO of MasterCard, and the CEO of Visa, and the CEO of PaySafe Limited, and the CEO of Discover and the CEO of the Japan Credit Bureau. And it says regarding your corporations facilitating and profiting from bleep, bleep, and bleep, bleep abuse game sales. We, the undersigned, are writing to request that you cease processing payments on gaming platforms which host bleep and bleep, bleep themed games.
There it is right there. That's how it happened. This is a very nice source right here on July 11th. They're saying you would cease, you see, processing payments, freeze it if they don't listen. You saw the companies do that. So they can't just randomly come and do that. There's something else behind them, some type of other power that's coming after them. Because in order for them to stop that and lose any sense of money, yeah, guys, this is just... Remember, this is step one. You don't want it to get past step one. Let's stop it right here. You know what I mean? The big stop sign. Multiple ones all over the place where they can't even walk around them. Yeah, piss them off like that.
And that's where this cuts off, but it comes from Collective Shout.
Yeah.
And this was on July 11th, 2025.
And this is a feminist group, by the way. They're activists.
Wouldn't you know it? Just a few short days after that, all those games came down. Wow, they work fast. Madam Savvy on X. Well. Collective Shout has labeled me a man because they couldn't imagine a woman actually defying them. Collective Shout has labeled me a man because I am a sex traitor.
Oh, boy.
And Collective Shout won't answer my question because they assume I am a man. Naturally, they also blocked me.
Oh, boy. The victimizing, the trying to manipulate, don't get your way when you try to, like, let them know you're seeing through their stuff. Oh, here comes the block, run away. That's not have a real conversation, right? Let's not come head to head. No, these people don't work that way. Exactly what they said is behavior that is very consistent. And you will see these underlying patterns, almost like the moon spinning the same way over and over and over again. See, round and round and round, history repeating itself with these people. And it happens over and over and over again. Don't fall for none of their stuff. Ignore them. And that's what people have to do. But if you let them get their hooks in you, then yeah, that's not good. And that's what they do. They play the victim. They try to victimize you. And they say all that dumb stuff.
I am so tired of feminist groups getting to push companies around, weaponizing language and law, and focusing on fiction instead of promoting the family unit and changing the culture of how parents use the internet. Fiction. They're back on the grind of video game bad, but instead of violence, it's now sex. Which, by the way, quick interjection here. Didn't we all predict that this is what was going to happen? This was like the major concern of when Goonergate started. We were like, anyone who knew what was happening, Madam Savvy, Grums, Hypnotic, myself, were all very vocal, being like, whoa, this is bad. We do not endorse people trying to stop the sexualization in games. We don't want that. We don't want any censorship in these games. I don't stand by these people. Even if they say politically we align on the right or whatever, or we leave.
The thing is that it's hypocrisy and it's not real genuine care. It's a sense of I got some power and control. Things are going my way. You know what I mean? And they're not necessarily good people. You know what I mean? So, and what he's saying about the way parties align too, because I kind of think I get where he's going. Even then, it doesn't matter because I'm looking at you as an individual and why are you acting that way, regardless of what label you want to put yourself underneath to represent. You see?
Lean right. We still differ too much to be like, yeah, we're going to separate from them because yikes, that was crazy. And wouldn't you know it, fast forward, 5 months? Here it is. We saw the foreshadowing back then. They write a whole lot of drivel to say, we cannot separate fiction and reality, but we all know they don't actually care about that. Not a peep about payment processors servicing Hollywood, full of bleep and misogyny, which, by the way, Great point.
Yes, real life, not in a room on a screen. You see what he just said? The payment processors servicing Hollywood. But what is Hollywood full of? We don't need to go deep into the details. And I'm telling you, this stuff has been going on a very long time. The camera's just now showing you stuff because you have the media right here. And it's back around again. But you can go back 400 years, 500 years. You have to go back even farther than that to realize, oh, yeah, it's been going on that long. And these same type of people that promote this industry that know that because they're there for profit, just like they're here for profit and for power and control and to destroy something that human beings are having fun with, because they don't want you to have fun with anything. They want to make it a boring, serious graveyard. Trust me. Yeah, man, I can go on all day about this. Is why I'm not going to talk about this forever. But basically, what he's saying right here is the biggest hypocrisy to these people, and let's just let you know that this is all bullcrap, right there.
Great point. Why is it video games that are being penalized right now? This is literally the rationale and reasoning why the ESRB was created in the first place. And once the ESRB came into play, everyone was fine. Everyone was like, yeah, I didn't necessarily agree with the ESRB being there, but it was one of those, it's the lesser evil than the government coming in and really wreaking havoc of the video game industry. Yeah. So, okay, I guess I'll meet you halfway and accept the ESRB. I don't like it, but it's better than the alternative of what I saw coming down the pipe.
Correct.
That being the case, ESRB is still a thing, but people apparently don't know that, or they forgot.
And they don't care. They just want to play what they
want to go beyond that and say, we don't care if it's rated mature. We don't care if it's rated adults only. That's not enough. Now we need to prevent you from being able to buy that game. Even if you're an adult that made your own money and can make your own decisions as an adult, they are taking your ability away from buying that game.
That too. And here's my thing about censorship. Even with games that are just getting censored with like clothing and little spaces that cover up female parts, all you have to do is make an option for gamers to say, and I'm going to say this a lot in all my videos, censorship, yes or no. Both sides are now pleased. The perverted or the little dirty people, whoever wants to see the little flesh in the moonlight or whatever, will turn off censorship, and they have what they have. And the people that, are like that, turn it on. Now both parties are happy, and they're going to both support what they got supported to have the choice. See, free will of choice. There's choice there, and everybody gets paid. Everybody gets their experience. You see what I mean? That's the thing that we should be moving towards if we really want to progress the human spectrum, is that remember equilibrium. Because everything I see when it comes to these type of cult groups, as I said, there's the real, and then there's the cults. There's a bunch of liar manipulators. Everything I see with them, there's no balance. Power and truth, not truth, power and all of that is no good if you have no balance in love with it. And they have no balance. It's fanatics, extremists, all that crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's the real when you really care about something and you're excited and it's like, yeah, that's positive and that's healing and that's good for life. You know what I mean? Then there's like that, no, this right here.
Just insane to me. Insane. Not a peep about them servicing Diddy's website. Oh my God.
Oh God.
They really think 1,000 emails demands them an audience and to be taken seriously. But when thousands more push back against them, they want to brush it off. F off. So this is Collective Soul. We're calling on payment processors to stop profiting from that stuff. So naturally, misogynistic gamers have doubled down in their defiance of those kind of games. We've responded to their claims here.
It ain't even about that. It's about, because that's crazy if anybody would want to actually defend that in real life. Obviously, no, you would not. That's not what this is. But that's where you have to watch out for the manipulation and the victimizing, because no, it's not about that. It's, we see your true mask and we know what you're really trying to do and how far you want to take it. You're not new. You've already tried in multiple different angles, so you come again. You see what I mean? That's what this is about and what you really want to do to the gaming industry. Nobody in their right mind, no gamer is okay with this. Like, shut up. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell these people, I'm like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Because like, if man really wanted to handle something that was a problem, he gonna get up and do it himself. He don't need no Karen to come do anything from him. He's been in this industry for 40 plus years. All the other people too. You know what I mean? They can handle things themselves. If it's a problem, they're gonna address it. You see what I'm saying?
Here,
Yeah.
when men who claim bleep simulation game, along with other misogynistic content they consume,
I don't play that
has
shit.
no bearing on the real world because it's a video
It's a
game.
video game. You have to.
Holy crap! Yeah, has no bearing on real world behaviors. Send us sexist that and that. We can't help but notice the irony. So, are they trying to claim that before video games existed, there was no such thing as bleep or bleep?
That's what I'm saying.
Or even bleep?
You need to worry about in real life because it's always there. So constantly focus on that. Now, video games gonna make somebody do something. If it's inside them, it's inside them. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because if it ain't there, they ain't gonna do it. Like, because it's just not who they are.
That all this stuff was just introduced with video games? Is that what they're trying to say right now? That's a wild claim. Savvy. Oh, and they screen cap Savvy.
Low IQ.
Who, if you aren't familiar with Madam Savvy, she is a woman. You're a gross little pro-censorship piggy. Tell me, how does this help the women being bleeped in the UK by men who don't play games?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go to the army, throw your life away, kill somebody you don't have a problem with. That's all okay, though. That's 16, 17. Yeah, you whole life away. Somebody else's problems. You take a look around long enough and open your eyes, you'll start to realize it's ridiculous.
What? Where's their response to that? Well, oh, they don't have one. Gotcha. Maybe we should stop pushing companies around and start sending them tons of thousands of emails. Savvy, unironically.
That would be funny.
Yes, I agree, but at the same time, I almost feel like they don't listen to the people that they're saying they want this in there. They only get scared of being canceled by people saying they don't want things in there because it scares them. It's mean words or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't stop there. We also have Pirate Nation saying, it begins with games deemed dangerous and ends with games they dislike. So this is Collective Shout.
I've seen this space. There's some stuff I don't agree with, but when it comes to this type of information, like I said, if it's correct, it's correct. You know what I mean? That's how I handle it. I'm not going to even type his name and look for nothing. You know what I mean? Because I've seen other stuff too. I like Smash. Like I said, I've never seen him go off the rail. Never have no problem. Been sub to him for a while. Had conversations with him back in the days when his channel was actually like 27,000 subs. You know, he's been doing it for a while, and he had a huge blow up last year. But ran into him during the Assassin's Creed coverage. Things got pretty interesting during that, and then more Ubisoft nonsense, and then other things. But as I told you before, I'm selective on what I highlight when it comes to this type of discussion. If I see corruption and evil in there, I will be coming. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you in the gaming industry. You know what I mean? We're here to have a good time. It's one of the best havens in the world. You know, a little paradise, and you want to tear that down too? Not happening. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, don't let them do it. So in this video, we pretty much got our answers here. Well, Karens are busy in the background while we weren't paying attention. And look at what they're trying to do to Steam. So there we have it, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this. Bring you more intel. And there we have it. Hopefully we can get rid of this crap. Later, y'all. Peace out.